What is going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up if you like this content. We appreciate all love and support I've gotten here at Pickdawgz over the years, especially me with the Wraparound. You guys are the ones I make this video for, so appreciate all the positive comments, all the love I've gotten over the years. If you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $19 best bet, please make sure you head on over to pickdawgz.com. Click the premium picks tab at the top of the page. Got a lot of action lined up on the board on Tuesday's card. Got a couple NHL plays, some college hoops, and some NBA plays in there as well. I'm looking for a bounce back day on Tuesday. Didn't have the greatest Monday, but hey, you know it's been a rough month of February. But you know what? It just means March we're gonna start heating up. So make sure that you're on it the hot streak at the right time. This is you want to catch someone at their on the ascent so you can get the full ride. So jump on a long-term pass. Profit from a daily package. Got a couple of those you could take advantage of today. Or like I said, the long-term pass is the way to go. You're going to get maximum value for your investment. You can also go with me, or you can pair me up with any of your other favorite handicappers, part of our multi-capper promotion. And remember to use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. But that's down the road. We got our whole morning show in the drive-thru to talk about all our plays for today. But for right now, you guys are here to talk about a 12-game NHL card. It's a bit of a tricky card. There's some tricky spots on here, but we're going to walk through it together. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Our first game on Tuesday's card takes us to the Little Caesars Arena, where the Detroit Red Wings take on the Washington Capitals. And the Detroit Red Wings playing really well right now. They've won 5 straight, 7 of their last 10. And this team's playing some of the best hockey I can remember them playing over the last few seasons. They're 17-8-5 at home. But I'm still not a big fan of this price because the Washington Capitals are playing some solid hockey themselves right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. They just beat up on Ottawa at home 6-3. They beat the Lightning on the road. They beat Montreal. They went toe-to-toe with Florida and lost in overtime. And, the Detroit Red Wings, they let Chicago hang around. I didn't love what I saw from them in that game. They played a lot of close games lately. I think they can potentially play a close one here with the Caps as well. I'm going to take the Caps plus 1.5, pay a little bit of juice on. I might sprinkle a little bit on the Capitals money line as well in this one. Now we're heading to the Amerant Bank Arena, where the Florida Panthers take on the Buffalo Sabres. And both teams playing fairly well right now, especially the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, the Sabres providing some value. They've won their last 3 games in a row, 4 of their last 5, 5 of their last 7. They're coming off a win at home over the Carolina Hurricanes. But I'm still not all that happy with this team on the road. Sure, they've won 4 straight road games. They're playing fairly well away from home, but they beat on teams like Montreal, Columbus, the Sharks. Now they go into Florida against a Panthers team that's still one of the hottest teams in the NHL. Florida's played 3 straight 1-goal games, and Buffalo's played a bunch of 1-goal games themselves, 5 in a row. But I think this is probably the Florida Panthers beat up on the Sabres here. They won the first meeting between these two teams this season in Buffalo, 4-0. And I think the Sabres flex some muscle here, especially at home, where they've been really good this season, 18-8-2. The Sabres are a 500 team on the road. I got to take the Florida Panthers on the puck line in this one. Now we're heading to the Bell Center, where the Montreal Canadiens take on the Arizona Coyotes. And right now it's the lesser of 2 evils. Do you take an Arizona team that's due for a win after losing 12 in a row? Or do you take a Montreal team that's at home, but they've lost 5 in a row and 7 of their last 8? I think the lesser 2 evils for me here is to take the home team in Montreal here. The Arizona Coyotes, right now I'm not looking to get in front of this freight train that's going downhill. I mean, they are just losing games at a crazy rate right now. If they were at home, I think you'd have an easier time making a case for the Coyotes. But right now, not being at home isn't even a safe place for this Coyotes team. It's given up 4 or more goals in 7 of their last 8 games. Montreal, they've had some issues defensively themselves, but a lot of their recent games have been on the road and against some of the tougher teams in the NHL. So have Arizona's, but I just think that at home, Montreal, I think, has a better chance of coming out of the block strong and getting themselves a win here. Wouldn't surprise me if Arizona got the win here, but I think that, I'm just not trying to lay a heftier price with the team that's lost 12 straight. So give me Montreal on the money line, but definitely one of my least favorite games on Tuesday's card. Now we're heading to the Wells Fargo Center where the Philadelphia Flyers take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I've gone on record on the wraparound saying that I think that the Tampa Bay Lightning's best years are behind them, and I stand by that. But that doesn't mean that they're going to lose every single game that I fade them. They're on the road where they've actually been playing better hockey as of late. It's crazy to say because you look at the home road split for Tampa this season, 18-8-3 at home, where they've usually played their best hockey over the years, and 14-15-2 on the road. But they've won 4 straight road games. Their last 3 road wins have come against some tough teams like Boston, and so far on this road trip, this last game of wins over the Islanders and the New Jersey Devils. And now you take on a Philadelphia Flyers team that's lost 4 of their last 5. Some defensive issues for the Flyers, giving up 4 or more goals in 3 of the 5 games, all losses. And I just can't get behind Philadelphia right now. I feel like Tampa Bay is the better team. I think that we're getting them at a decent price here. It's rare that you get the Lightning at a coin flip price, and they've also won their last 8 trips into Philadelphia. So give me the Tampa Bay Lightning on the money line here. Now we're going to the Scotiabank Arena where the Toronto Maple Leafs take on the Vegas Golden Knights. And the Toronto Maple Leafs just keep stringing the wins together. And the Vegas Golden Knights at this kind of plus money is not something you're going to see often. But I think we're seeing it here for a reason. The Vegas Golden Knights, they just got pummeled by Toronto 7-3 in Vegas. And I think that obviously Vegas comes out and wants revenge here. But Toronto's playing really well right now. They've won 7 games in a row. They've scored 4 or more goals in all 7 of those games. And Vegas, they got some defensive issues right now. They've given up 16 goals over the course of this 3-game losing streak that they're on. And Vegas, historically, and especially this year, a lot less effective on the road. They're 13-10-5 on the road this season. I think the Toronto Maple Leafs keep the win streak going at least for another day. If you followed our morning show, I believe it was on the weekend, said the next game I think is where it falls apart for the Maple Leafs, where I think they lose to the Arizona Coyotes. I'm anticipating Arizona loses tonight, Toronto wins, and Toronto, the win streak gets snapped against Arizona. You heard it here first. But either way, give me the Toronto Maple Leafs on the money line at minus 166. Now we're heading to the XL Energy Center where the Minnesota Wild take on the Carolina Hurricanes. And to be honest, I'm not sure about this line. I mean, I know that the Carolina Hurricanes have been playing some solid hockey. They've been playing really well defensively, but they've lost back-to-back games. They've scored just 4 goals combined in their last 3 games. They only have a win over the Panthers and losses to the Stars and the Sabres. And the Minnesota Wild are playing some decent hockey right now. They've won back-to-back games in 7 of their last 9. And it's not like there's any head-to-head trend for Carolina that would suggest that the Carolina Hurricanes have been that dominant. It's actually been the Wild that have won 4 of the last 5 head-to-head meetings between these two teams. I know Carolina has had some solid goaltending from Spencer Martin and Peter Kochetkov recently, and the Wild have had some shaky outings from Marc-Andre Fleury and Philip Gustafsson, but I think this line should be closer to a coin flip. So getting plus 128 with the Wild at home, where they've played their better hockey this season, 14-11-4, compared to 14-13-2 on the road. I gotta take a shot here. Give me the Minnesota Wild plus 128. Now we head to the Bridgestone Arena where the Nashville Predators take on the Ottawa Senators. And, the Ottawa Senators playing some decent hockey themselves right now. Doesn't change the fact, though, that they're still 8-15-1 on the road this season. They just got their teeth kicked in on the first half of a back-to-back by the Washington Capitals on the road in their last matchup. And now they have to go into Nashville against a Predators team that, yes, has been less effective at home over the course of the season, but at one point they were playing fairly well. I'm sure they didn't want their recent road trip to end. They swept their West Coast road trip, started with the win in St. Louis, beat Vegas, LA, San Jose, and Anaheim. The Preds are rolling right now, winners of 5 straight, and while they haven't been at their best in some of their recent home games, they've lost 3 of their last 4 at home. I still think that road trip's going to give this Preds team some momentum coming back home, and I just think this is another fade spot of Ottawa on the road. So give me the Nashville Predators on the money line at home in this one. Now we head to the Canada Life Center where the Winnipeg Jets take on the St. Louis Blues. And, I really wanted to find a way to maybe try to get some value with the St. Louis Blues here, considering that the Winnipeg Jets have played some close games against teams that they probably shouldn't be playing close games against as of late. 4 of their last 6 wins have come by 1 goal, especially back-to-back overtime wins over Arizona and Chicago, two teams that the Winnipeg Jets should be pretty much blown out of the water. But the St. Louis Blues aren't playing well enough to take a shot on here. They've lost 4 of their last 6, and in all 4 losses, they've scored 2 goals or less. And head-to-head against Winnipeg Jets this season, the Blues have lost both meetings by a combined score of 9-4. The Jets have won 8 of the last 9 meetings head-to-head. 7 of those wins have come in regulation. So I'm going to take the Winnipeg Jets to win this one in regulation, not that minus 200 price tag, down to around minus 135. Now we're heading to the Scotiabank Saddledome, where the Calgary Flames take on the Los Angeles Kings. And the Kings, on the back-to-back here, didn't look good against the Edmonton Oilers, despite being back on the road where they've been their most comfortable this season. Lost that game 4-2 in a game where, they were right in it, nip and tuck with the Oilers, but then just fell apart in the third period. And now on a back-to-back spot, don't know if I love it for the Kings. I'm assuming we're going to see Cam Talbot here, and while Talbot's given up 1 goal in each of his last 2 starts, I still think he is the backup now for a reason. I think David Riddick has taken over the job as the starter, as the better goaltender, and Talbot's been very shaky in spots. The Calgary Flames playing some solid hockey right now. They've won 3 straight. They just beat the Oilers in the Battle of Alberta over the weekend. They have wins at home over the Bruins and the Jets lately as well. And head-to-head, the home teams won the last 5 meetings between these two teams. Gotta take the Calgary Flames here at the more favorable price at minus 102. Now we head to the Ball Arena for a matchup between the Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars. And the Dallas Stars right now are in a bit of a tailspin. They got the win over the Carolina Hurricanes, but they've still lost 5 of their last 6 games. They lost to the New York Islanders 3-2 on Monday night. Now they're on the second half of a back-to-back here. They will have Jake Ottinger, it looks like, for this game after Scott Wedgwood got the start on Monday. But the Colorado Avalanche have been so tough to go against at home. The only home loss they've taken as of late was against the Toronto Maple Leafs, a red-hot Toronto team, and that was a narrow win for Toronto, 4-3. But I think at home, where Colorado is 22-6 this season, and where they've won, well, actually, I should say they've won the last 3 meetings head-to-head between these two teams, including both meetings this season. Got to take the Colorado Avalanche in a reasonably cheap price here, minus 142. Now we're going to the Rogers Arena, where the Vancouver Canucks take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, both these teams have had their inconsistencies as of late, but, overall this season, the Vancouver Canucks still at home are a solid play. 25-2, 20 wins, 5 losses in regulation, 2 overtime losses in 27 games. Pittsburgh, they've just won 7-6 against Philadelphia, but this is still a team that's, like I said, wildly inconsistent. And, Vancouver won the first meeting in overtime 4-3 in Pittsburgh. I think Vancouver sweeps the season series here. Like I said, I think they're just the better team. So give me the Vancouver Canucks on the money line in this one at minus 162. They're just the more trustworthy offense at this point. And our final game on Tuesday's card takes us to the SAP Center, where the San Jose Sharks take on the New Jersey Devils. And to be frank, I don't want to lay this price with the New Jersey Devils. I mean, both these teams are 4-5-1 in their last 10 games. The San Jose Sharks won the first meeting between these two teams in New Jersey 6-3. It's one of their best performances offensively this season. The San Jose Sharks have been better at home, 9-16-2 compared to 6-20-3 on the road. The New Jersey Devils have performed better away from home, but last time we saw them on the road, they got their teeth kicked in 6-2 by the Washington Capitals. They've still lost 4 of their last 6, and they've scored 2 goals or less in all 4 of those losses. Not saying the San Jose Sharks are going to be some defensive world beater all of a sudden, but again, that boils down to the lesser of 2 evils. Do I want to lay minus 255 or chase a puck line with the Devils team where I don't trust the goaltending, or take a shot on some plus money with a Sharks team that in spots has been a live dog? So give me the San Jose Sharks plus the 1.5, and I'll put a little bit on the money line as well to round things out. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Also, click that notification bell in the description of this video below. And make sure to let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Good luck.